Hey, truth seekers, welcome back. Zach here. It's November 29th, 2016. It's been more than a week since Kanye West was reportedly hospitalized. It was breaking news November 21st that the day earlier he'd been put in UCLA Medical Center in Los Angeles, the same hospital Michael Jackson once passed away in. Anyhow, what I'm going to show you in this video is why Kanye West was really hospitalized on November 20th. There's a specific reason it happened that day. If you weren't following the headlines, what had happened is the night prior to being hospitalized, he had a concert in Sacramento. And early in the concert, he stopped mid-song and he went into a rant about how fucked up the world is, how the radio's bullshit, how it only plays some artists, how people are too much into materialism, too much into being cool. People need to focus more on being real. He said we're in this moment in the Matrix, his words. He talked about a lot of different things. And if you didn't know who it was speaking and you were just listening to the words of the man, you'd probably think, well, it sounds like he's mostly on point. He's got a positive message. But for those who know who Kanye West is and what his history of things said are, there's an asterisk next to all of it. Because he was telling people to get over their ego and get over being so cool, when for the majority of his music career, he's been all about ego and all about me, me, me. So he was pretty much speaking against what he has represented for a lot of his time as a celebrity. Anyway, what I'm going to show you in this video is that none of this is coincidence. Kanye West and the rest of the celebrities you're aware of through the television, the mainstream media, they are owned by a gang. People call it the Illuminati, the New World Order. It is a gang worldwide. It is Freemasonry. It is Jesuits. It's Zionism. They're the people who control banking, industry, your government, run media, the people that run the record studios, that pay the checks to these celebrities that we know. These people control their celebrities that they own like puppets on strings, and the way they script their news cycles and the stuff we hear about with them is by the numbers, using the language of numerology, using the language of gematria, the practice of coding numbers into words. So if you're new to my channel, down in the description, I have a how-to gematria video. If you just watch the first 10 minutes, you will have these skills. You'll be able to do exactly what I'm doing. This isn't anything I made up. This is an ancient knowledge, thousands of years older than English. Used to be important once upon a time. It's now knowledge that is just kept by those who rule over us and who use this knowledge to mock us with the news they create each day. Why do they do this? For a lot of reasons. It's ritual. It's also strategic. They use celebrities who are massive symbols, who have the mind's eye of the general public worldwide. They use these celebrities to program messages and ideas into people. And having Kanye West tell the truth, I'm going to link down below the 17-minute clip of the song and how he just cuts into the rant and how he gets booed off the stage and doesn't do the rest of the show. For mostly speaking truth, he got booed by the crowd in Sacramento. So for why do they have celebrities do things like this? This is all cultural programming. The people didn't like hearing the truth. Snoop Dogg came out and made a video right away about how crazy Kanye West is. What's Snoop Dogg doing? Snoop Dogg's another puppet. He follows orders. He's making it seem more normal to reject truth, which is normal in America. So this is all a big psyop, meant to dupe you. These people are well-paid actors. Kanye West, Snoop Dogg, rappers, actors. We're going to talk about a lot in this video. Before we get into why he was hospitalized November 20th, here's where I want to start. I want to start with the beginning of his celebrity, the song that made him big. Through the Wire, the single off his first album, The College Dropout. The story was that Kanye West was in a nearly deadly car accident October 23rd, 2002, just after leaving the recording studio at 3 in the morning. He nearly died. He had to get surgery. He had to, be put on life support. They had to sew his face back together. So his first song is Through the Wire because the story of the song is his motivation as an artist, his determination. That while his face was in this wire, like this, he rapped this song. So, his voice is muffled. He rapped the song Through the Wire. The song's called Through the Wire, the wires that were putting his face back together after this deadly car accident. Well, what you're going to see is that we're being lied to about what happened with the car accident. I'm about to show you what, by the numbers, these celebrities being puppets on strings, their life being dictated by a numerical code means. We're going to start with Through the Wire. Then we're going to go to his incident with Katrina next to Mike Myers saying George W. Bush doesn't care about black people. Then we're going to bring it back to what's going on with his incident in Sacramento and the hospitalization the next day. Lots of information. Stay tuned. We'll also review on the Kim Kardashian robbery in Paris. I already got a video on that, but we'll review, plus a few other things. So Through the Wire, Kanye West's first big song. The date of the car accident, let me just come down here and show you this first. The details of the incident. On October 23rd, 2002, West was in California recording studio producing music for Beanie Sigel, Petey Crack, and the Black Eyed Peas. After leaving the studio around 3 a.m. in his rented Lexus, he had a near-fatal accident when he was cut off by a car, ran head-on into traffic, and collided with another car near the W Hotel. Last night he's telling people to get over materialism. WikiLeaks in their article even puts the materialism in there in the reporting, letting you know what kind of car he was driving. A luxury car, a Lexus that he rented. But anyway, October 23rd, 2002 was the date. That's a date with 55 numerology. The word wire in Gematria equals 55. So does the word sacrifice. So does Satan. We know about these musicians selling their soul to get where they are. Kanye West even came out and said he sold his soul a long time ago to get where he was. He did that at one of his concerts. Bob Dylan. So many musicians over the years have said they sold their soul a long time ago. Remember, the gang that runs the music recording industry, who are mostly the Zionist Jews, in Revelation, the final book of the Bible, it says in the end times, the false Jews will rule. The false Jews are these Zionist Jews who are the Jews who believe in Israel, the false Jew state. The Jewish people aren't supposed to have a state. It says that right in their holy book, the Torah. So all the Jewish people who believe in Israel are the false Jews, no doubt. And that's who's running the show. The people who run Israel, that created this nation out of an agenda to eventually establish Israel. The nation that we give so much of our tax dollars to every single day. The synagogue of Satan is their name. Satan 55, like this day, like the word wire. Through the Wire, because of this supposed car wreck. Wait until I show you the rest of this. There's so much that's amazing about this day. Kanye West was born in Atlanta, Georgia, to a Black Panther family, just like Tupac Shakur. But he claims Chicago. Kanye West credits his rap career to Chicago. This was a date with a life lesson number of 37. Chicago in Gematria sums to 37. It was also a date with 33 numerology, 1023, 10 plus 23, 33. October's the only month with 33 Gematria. Kanye West equals 33, like the word rhyme, like the word hip, as in hip-hop. Donda West, his mother, who died by the number 33. We'll get to her death as well. Masonry, secrecy, all these words sum to 33. The Wire, the name of the song, Gematria of 88, like California, like the abbreviation for hip-hop, HH, the eighth letter, 88, HH, H the eighth. So Through the Wire, the single, it came out September 30th, 2003, on the B-side known as Two Words. Now check this out. Two words in Gematria sums to 137. 137 is the 33rd prime number. Again, connecting to Kanye West, his mother. From his birthday, June 8th, to the day of the wreck, October 23rd, was 137 days. The 33rd prime number. The word authority, 137. Two words in simple English Gematria, 137. The wreck, 137 days after his birthday. Again, the 33rd prime number, like his name. This number important to hip-hop, ritual sacrifice. Jesus on the Cross at age 33. Kanye West's first album, The College Dropout, had the other big single, Jesus Walks. Pretty sure that was the one. Maybe it was the third one after. Trying to remember how it was. I was in college myself back then, you know. Everybody was crazy about this album when it came out. I remember this. First song was Through the Wire. Then there was some song about overnight celebrity. I remember this. And then I think it was Jesus Walks. And there weren't a lot of mainstream hip-hop songs about Jesus, which was interesting. But check this out. 2 words has gematria of 38, like rapper, like nigga, the word made so popular by rappers in hip-hop. James Brown used to use it. Like Prince, like killing, like death, like the word Africa, like the word Jew. In the Bible, the Jews are people with dark skin. Are the false Jews? Have they stolen the identity of the real Jews of the world? Are the real Jews the African people of the world? Some people say they're all the indigenous people of the world, which makes a lot of sense to me. But that would include the African people. Africa 38, Jew 38, rapper 38, nigga 38. We're going to talk about how many people in hip-hop, music, celebrity world have died by 38. We're going to look at the deaths of Tupac Shakur and Notorious B.I.G., 2 of many to die by the number 38. Prince died this year by that number, Prince 38. We'll be talking about parallels to Prince's death with Kanye West and what's being foreshadowed on him. I think we're going to be reading about Kanye West's death in the near future. Could still be a couple years away, but I think this story is a tribute, and we're going to get to that. A lot of musicians die early, as we know, and they all die by the numbers. So Kanye West, he's born June 8th, 1977, currently 39 years old. Super special number to the Jewish faith that goes by the 39 books in the Old Testament. You know, Kanye West kind of sees himself as a little bit of a civil rights leader in his own mind. Malcolm X, Martin Luther King Jr., both dead at age 39. I think Kanye is going to make it past 39, but I do think they're signaling his death is not too far off. By the way, I put together a post today that I haven't recreated because I spent a long time on it, and as soon as I posted it, it was deleted by my blog, which I had never seen my blog delete a post before. So anyway, I might come back with that, but it took me a long time to put the post together. It was deleted right away. It's the missing research in here, but I'm still giving you a lot in this video. Stay tuned. So much more to come. Something's up here, though. We're definitely on the path with the fateful coding being foreshadowed for Kanye West, which we'll touch more on. His birthday, June 8th, is a date that can be written 8/6, day before the month, kind of like 86. 86, an important number in terms of symbolism. Celebrities are used as symbols. Kanye West has been used as a symbol his whole career to make statements that are controversial, that cause division in society. Freemasons running the show who believe in divide and conquer, order out of chaos. Anyway, his hit song Through the Wire equals 86, like triangle, like pyramid, like symbol, like Kardashian. 39 is the number in New York. They're saying part of the reason he had this meltdown is because Kim and his family left him to go to New York while he was away. New York, everything's coded 39. We'll get more to that. Talk about his hospitalization in the number 39. So again, from his birthday, he turned 25 that year with the wreck. So 137 days after his 25th birthday, the song that gave birth to Through the Wire. The song would come out September 30th. The single would be released September 30th, 2003, the next year, almost a full year later. I didn't check the span of days on that. Might be interesting if you want to do a little extra homework. But the date of that was a date with 62 numerology. Of course, Kanye West came up under Jay-Z, Jay-Z 62, Mason 62, Torah 62, P. Diddy 62, Q-Tip 62, Eazy-E 62. 62 has been coded into so many hip-hop names. We were talking about 33. March 3rd is the 62nd day on the calendar. Again, calendar equals 58, like Gregorian, the calendar we're on, comes from the Jesuit order. Gregorian 58, Freemasonry 58, Secret Society 58. Kanye's mom died at 58, which we'll get to. Synced up with his birthday. The date of this release for the single was also a date with a life lesson number of 44, the kill number. Could prove fateful. As I've shown so many times, these musicians, their earliest albums, their earliest recordings, when they die by the numbers, their deaths are always synced up with their first bit of fame. It's like how Prince this year died on April 21st. And oh, by the way, if you missed my video in February after Vanity died, I said why we'd be reading about Prince dying soon, very likely. And I talked about the number 67 in regards to his death. He died a span of 67 days from Vanity. By the numbers. In 1983, he recorded a song, I Would Die For You, and he spelled it with the number 4 and the letter U. Number 4U. He died on 4/21, April, or U is the 21st letter. 4/21. 4/21. You know the basketball team, the Spurs, they have that emphasis on the U horseshoe. Remember how Tim Duncan wore 21? Spurs in Pythagorean gematria equals 21. Duncan 21. He wore 21 with the big U on his uniform. 21's a number for Saturn, the keeper of time. Anyway, just sharing the knowledge. It was also a date with a 17 numerology, the word Mason, the small way 17, the name Jay-Z, the small way 17, Kill, the small way 17. It's also a date with 42 numerology, number stamped all over black people throughout history. The most hateful word for black people equals 42. Black History Month is February, the only month that sums to 42. Freemason, who believes in divide and conquer, 42. Kanye West in gematria sums to 33 with the S exception, 42. In the song, he has the lyric about how he was taken care of at the same hospital where Biggie Smalls died, the rapper from New York. That was Cedars-Sinai Medical Center, which has gematria of 106, the number of prophecy, very important to the Zionists who run the recording industry. Look at Notorious B.I.G. He died March 9th, 1997. New York rapper, New York 39. Biggie 39. Everything in New York's 39. He died on March 9th, a date that can be written 3/9 or 9/3. Again, Malcolm X, Martin Luther King Jr., both dead at age 39. Both of their names in gematria sum to 93. They only met one time in history on a date with 93 numerology. The day Biggie died was a date with 38 numerology. Again, death, killing, rapper, nigga. Same thing with Tupac Shakur. Died on a date that connected to his name, plus 38 numerology. Tupac died September 13th, 1996, date with 38 numerology. Machiavelli equals 38, his final album that came out after his death. Tupac Shakur sums to 139, just like Freemasonry in Simple English Gematria. He died September 13th, 13/9. 2015, Moses Malone died on September 13th. Check this out. Moses Malone was a basketball player drafted out of high school, played the majority of his career in Philadelphia. He died at age 60 just before the NBA season began, where Kobe Bryant would retire that year. Kobe Bryant finished his NBA career against Utah, coming out of Philadelphia, out of high school. Kobe from Philly, Moses Malone finished his career in Philly. Kobe played his last game against Utah. Moses Malone drafted out of high school by Utah. From Moses Malone's death to Kobe's 60-point game was 213 days. 213 is a number connected to killing. It's the Los Angeles area code. Black History Month equals 213. Kobe's final game, he scored 60. Moses Malone died at 60. Not a coincidence. With regards to Tupac Shakur, who died the same day as Moses Malone, September 13th, Tupac's final studio album came out February 13th while he was alive. All Eyes on Me. February 13th is the 44th day of the year. The word kill equals 44. From February 13th to September 13th is 213 days. So many young black men in history have died by the number 213. Musicians, basketball players. See my work on Len Bias and this past year's NBA Finals. I put out a video just before Game 7. The death of Len Bias, how it foreshadowed that LeBron James would be winning the NBA Finals. There's so many sick rituals going on in this world by the numbers because this gang is running the show, and this is how they do it. Hopefully I explained that clear enough. 213 Black History Month, connected to the killing of black men. Tupac Shakur dead 213 days after All Eyes on Me, which came out on 2/13, the 44th day of the year. Dead on the same day as Moses Malone, who died by the same set of numbers. Kobe Bryant retires with a tribute to Moses Malone that no fan's going to catch unless they're aware of gematria. If you're wondering how they do it, think about how many shots Kobe Bryant put up. 50 shots to get to 60 points. ESPN even had a stat up on the screen all night how many shots he'd taken. It was all part of a big joke. So anyway, now let's get back to what happened. How did Kanye West end up at this hospital November 20th? TMZ was the first to break the story November 21st. Notice how they capitalized the word hospitalized. Everything's in caps. Hospitalized has gematria of 144, and as soon as I saw this, it reminded me of the day Kim and Kanye were married. The numbers 44 and 144 all throughout history have been connected to death and assassination and marking important events in time. Hospitalized 144. When you write out 44, it sums to 144. When you write out April 4th, 4-4, it sums to 144. MLK dead on April 4th. Malcolm X dead on a date with a life lesson number of 44. His assassin got 44 years in prison. His assassin's name is Thomas Hagen, which equals 44. Kim and Kanye were married on the 144th day of the year, May 24th. This number 144, it represents time. Every single day there's 1,440 minutes. 24 hours times 60 minutes is 1,440 minutes. 1440. The square root of 144 is 12. 12 hours in the morning, 12 hours in the evening, 12 months in the year. We use 12 in other measurement. 12 inches in a foot. The Fibonacci sequence, the number sequence that goes 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 13, 21, 34, 55, 89, 144, 233, 3. Do you know this sequence? That's the Fibonacci sequence, what I just did. Go back and rewind it and notice this is what I did. 1 plus 1 is 2. 1 plus 2 is 3. 2 plus 3 is 5. 3 plus 5 is 8. 8 plus 5 is 13. This is the Fibonacci sequence. They call it the numbers of God, God's mathematical spiral, connected to phi, the golden ratio. This date, or this number, 144, it is the 12th Fibonacci number. And the square root of 144 is also 12. If you do that sequence, 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, the 12th one is 144. And notice that May 24th also leaves 221 days left in the year. His first single, Through the Wire, was 221 seconds long. That's the number for the Bavarian Illuminati. A lot of these rappers are indoctrinated into this network. And Kanye West, and like other rappers, they brag about it in their lyrics. You know, Kanye saying he's on the same level as the president, Obama, which in a way is true. Both men are controlled by this gang and have news made about them by the numbers. They're not the boss of the news they create. They fulfill the script they're given to be in the positions they're in, for the celebrity that they get to attain, the wealth, the power, the sex, the reasons that all these people, do this. These people realize they're signing their life away, and they do it for the time it buys them, Short-sighted. So here's Kim and Kanye's wedding. Jay-Z and Beyonce were married on April 4th. 44, April 4th. We just talked about this. As for November 20th, 2016, that was a date with 67 numerology. The name West equals 67. We're talking about Kanye West. So does blood sacrifice. This is a number that often shows up around death. In February, when I made my video about Prince, I talked about how his birthday was June 7th. He had some other fateful numbers coded on him. I said he has all the signs of the numbers you don't want as a celebrity. And there's a lot of parallels with him and Vanity right now. He ended up dying a span of 67 days from Vanity. Vanity died on February 15th, the 46th day of the year. The word sacrifice equals 46, just like Vanity. Prince died a span of 67 days later. Prince died 66 days later, a span of 67 days. 66 and 67 are numbers of Revelation, the book of prophecy and destruction, which Prince said is all we can go by in this world. Revelation is the 66th book. Revelation has gematria 67. So anyway, date with 67 numerology. It was a date with 40 numerology. It was a date with 13 numerology, 13 days before Jay-Z's upcoming birthday. And in his rant the day before, he said that Jay-Z better not put his kill squad after him because he said some things that could be seen as negative about Jay-Z and Beyonce. He wasn't real rude, but he criticized them, said that they were playing politics. Remember, though, all of this is orchestrated. Conflict, tension, this stuff sells. It sells records, it sells commercials, it sells all sorts of things. That's why so many people have asked me to cover this story in the last week. For all of you who've asked me to cover this story, every day I work hard for you guys to get you the information. Right now I'm trying to put a campaign together so that we can spread the knowledge, spread the awareness, build a network of truth seekers to bring an end to all this bullshit. If you want to help that campaign, remember, down below, that's the place to donate. This donation, it's not for me, it's not going to my bank account, my wealth, it's going to this project to get this network built, which is being built and launching December 15th. I'll link the details down below. So anyway, that was November 20th, the day he was hospitalized. The day before is the day in Sacramento where he went on his rant. And we'll play a little clip of that. I'm not going to give the whole thing, but I'll give you the link to all 17 minutes of it. The day of the rant was a date with 66 numerology. Revelation, 66th book of the Bible, book of prophecy. Revelation means having a moment of clarity, coming to understanding. Kanye West went on a rant that was about truth. Enough with the materialism, enough about being all cool. Let's be real. You can listen to his words. It was also a date with a life lesson number of 39. He's currently 39 years old. 39 books in the Old Testament. We're going to talk about how from his birthday to his day in the hospital connects to 39, which we'll get to in a moment. It was a date with 21 numerology, number of Saturn, keeper of time. Like the date his first single came out. It was a date with 46 numerology. Sacramento has gematria 46. So does the word sacrifice. Talked about vanity dying on the 46th day of the year. Vanity 46. In his speech, there was major focus on Beyonce playing politics, and then he talked about Jay-Z in relation. He was saying that he could have performed at this music award, but Beyonce used her stature to overshadow him and take his spot that could have been his. And then he tried to make the point that his song is better, And then he was making the point that the radio just plays the same stuff again and again, the played out stuff like Beyonce. But then at the same time, he told his fans that Beyonce's great and not to get all down on her. So, playing both sides in the same speech. But a lot of things are interesting in the reporting here. Them saying that it happened around 120 stands out to me because the word Illuminati has gematria of 120. Talking about the Bavarian Illuminati. The Bavarian Illuminati, if you've never heard of it, it's a real thing. Established May 1st, 1776, just before the American Revolution. Credited in the history books with the French Revolution. The majority of the founders of this country going between France and the United States, red, white, and blue nations. So anyway, when it happened, when he had this freak out, he was with his trainer named Harley Pasternak. Somehow he lost it there, and the police came, and he ended up in the hospital. Look at the name Harley and Pasternak. 3333, the number of these Freemasons. They love to code these into their name. Kanye West, 33. Donda West, 33. Date of Through the Wire, 33. For a little history, in 1933, it was the height of the Great Depression. There were over 100 American motorcycle companies before the Great Depression making motorcycles, competing. After 1933, there were only 2 remaining. They were Harley and Indian, 33 and 33. That's how the gang runs things. Controlling the world, controlling the information, controlling the markets, manipulating things to make things work their way, crashing the market by the numbers, companies having foreknowledge, who are paid for by the gang, surviving. You know what Harley and Indian did? They bought up all the best talent. That's why they still have companies. They made their companies awesome. Took all the best talent from all the companies that folded. With regards to Kanye being taken to UCLA Medical Center, where Michael Jackson once died, a lot of interesting things have happened at that hospital. It has gematria of 68. Again, Kanye is born June 8th, a date that can be written 8/6 or 6/8, depending on where you are. 68 is also a number connected to death. Caskets go 6 feet deep, are 8 feet long, often. 68, fateful year, the year MLK was assassinated, Bobby Kennedy, both by the numbers. Robert Kennedy equals 66. Robert's 33, Kennedy 33. Sirhan's 33. His assassin Sirhan equals 66. Robert Kennedy died June 6th at 1:44 in the morning. His brother JFK died on the first day of Sagittarius, 144. He was the 44th term president. University of California, Los Angeles Medical Center, the full name has gematria 213. 213, this number that so many young black men have died by. Black History Month 213. All of this stuff being coded into this story the way it is, this is why I'm saying I think we're going to be reading about Kanye West's death at some point in connection to this date. The date he dies, I'll be measuring back from this date and I'll be saying, see, they did it like this. Could be 444 days from now. They've done that before. They like to do the 444 days. That's how they got Eazy-E with Ice Cube's album Lethal Injection. All part of a plan by this same gang by the numbers. Lethal Injection came out. Eazy-E diagnosed with AIDS 444 days later. Masonic 444 in English Sumerian gematria. As for the venue where Kanye was speaking out, Sacramento, it's on the 38th parallel. Rapper, death, killing. It's on the 121st meridian. Revelation, 121, a number of Revelation. We're going to be talking about his mother's death and 121, one of the special numbers to the gang. Square root of 121 is 11, the master number. When you sum 1 through 11, 1 plus 2 plus 3 up to 11, it sums to 66. 11 times 11 is 121. Revelation's the 66th book of the Bible. Revelation equals 121, coming back to 11, the master number. 22 chapters in Revelation, 22 the master builder. The Bible was built by the numbers. The Bible that we have is all by the numbers. New Testament equals 42. There's 42 generations to Jesus. The first Bible's published, 42-line Bibles. The word sin equals 42, born sinners. So the Bible says. So anyway, back to the day Kanye was hospitalized, November 20th. That's the day that leaves 41 days left in the year. Kardashian, the small way, equals 41. Sacramento, CA, like you'd write it on an envelope, also 41. 41's the 13th prime number. West and Pythagorean gematria, 13. On the envelope in simple English gematria, sums to 113, like mainstream, like dishonest. That's exactly what Kanye West is. Major mainstream symbol, completely dishonest. An actor who probably knows right from wrong, but chooses wrong for all the fame, wealth, and sex it brings to him. You look at these celebrities, though. They all end up unhappy. It's obvious that, I think if you could just interview them honestly and they could speak freely, they'd all tell you they made the wrong choice. Also in his rant, he got into Donald Trump. He talked about Make America Great Again. He said he was in his Donald Trump mode or something like that to start it. You can go listen. But anyway, Sacramento, California equals 197, just like Los Angeles, California. 197 is the 45th prime. Donald Trump was just elected as the 45th president. Hip-hop equals 45. Kanye West, hip-hop artist. Anyway, all of this is a riddle, talking about Donald Trump, bringing up materialism. I mean, look at what Donald Trump is. This rich guy with a gold house. You know what I did here? I meant to type Sacramento, not hospital twice. Sacramento in Pythagorean gematria sums to 37, just like Los Angeles, just like hospital. He went from Sacramento to LA to the hospital. Call it a coincidence. When he was in Sacramento, he was in the Golden One Center, named after David Stern, a Zionist Jew, you know. Golden One Center has gematria 59, number stamped all over black people. Motown came out in 59, Negro 59, Slave 59, Blues 59. Kill in Jewish gematria 59. They say that AIDS was discovered in 59 in the Belgian Congo. Belgian Congo equals 59. Golden One Center also has gematria of 122. That's a number important to the Black Panther Party. Tupac Shakur's mother, Afeni Shakur, was in the Black Panther Party. Tupac grew up in an affluent neighborhood, went to school with a lot of celebrities. You know, obvious that he didn't have the typical uprising, became a major celebrity. It seems that Kanye West's story is not too far off. Remember, the Black Panther Party was controlled opposition by the people who run this nation. Controlled opposition is an old tactic. That's how you control your enemy, by creating the opposition, sucking people into it, and then using it against their own cause. You know, the Black Panther Party, their mission was never achieved. They were defeated. But anyway, Kanye West, born into a Black Panther Party family, just like Tupac Shakur, and I'm sure a number of other hip-hop stars. I'm sure a number of other black celebrities. All of the celebrities in this world, black, white, no matter what race, for the most part, they're born into the Masonic network. And here in the United States, a major part of that Masonic network was the Black Panther Party at one point in time. Kanye West was born in Atlanta, Georgia. The last time I did a video on that, I said that, and almost everybody flamed me. No, he wasn't. He was born in Chicago. A million people wrote that. He was born in Atlanta on the 33rd parallel, the city named after Atlantis. Atlantis equals 33. ATL equals 33 on the 33rd parallel, Kanye West. His mother's name, Donda West, 33. So real quick, before we go into more about the hospital and the date he was there, just want to show you this blast from the past with Kanye West. Do you remember after Katrina, he went on the stage with Mike Myers? It was supposed to be a fundraiser, raising money for the victims. Really just fleecing the populace for money that didn't even make it to the victims. But anyhow, here's how that was done. His birthday's June 8th. From June 8th to September 2nd is 86 days. Remember, through the wire 86, his birthday, June 8th, can be written 8/6. Kardashian 86, symbol 86, pyramid 86, triangle 86, using celebrities as symbols to divide the populace, to program the populace. Kanye West that day, when he had the stage, he should have said George W. Bush only cares about rich assholes. That's what he should have said, because George W. Bush doesn't care about anybody. He's another selfish egomaniac, kind of like Kanye, like so many of these celebrities. But instead of saying George Bush doesn't care about black people, you know, George Bush doesn't care about any poor people. George Bush, he was on the tape, even in that Michael Moore film. I don't like Michael Moore, he's partisan, but in that film he has the tape of Bush saying, you know, talking to the rich people, talking about how much he cares about them, making fun of everybody else. Doing that while the President of the United States. Something else. I'm trying to remember what that movie was called. It was the one about Bush in the election, 2004. Fahrenheit 9/11. I think that's what it was called. So here's Kanye. The date he did that, September 2nd, 86 days after his birthday. George Bush doesn't care about black people. That symbolic moment, symbolic. You know, it's still in everybody's mind. It was a date with 36 numerology. The word racism has gematria at 36. That was the focus of it. Race, racism. George Bush doesn't care about black people. So anyway, I'll link all this if you want to read these old articles. Let's wrap this up. The video's getting long, but there's still a little bit more information here. Kanye West, his date of birth, June 8th, 1977. He was born in history on a date with a life lesson number 38. Meant to mention that earlier. We were talking about the significance of 38 in death in history. Tupac Shakur, Notorious B.I.G. His first studio album was The College Dropout, which has Gematria of 84, like United States of America, like Divide and Conquer, like Jesuit, special number to the history of this nation. 44 and 84 have a relationship. Obama's the 44th president right now. Obama in Jewish Gematria equals 84. He's supposedly born on August 4th, 84. Pretty sure Obama's whole identity is made up. Barack Hussein Obama doesn't sound like a real name, sounds like a name to mock the people of a nation who, for a decade before he was elected, were made to be scared of Osama bin Laden and Saddam Hussein and Muslims. You know, all part of the programming, all part of the mind control, mind fucking going on in this nation. But anyway, the devisers of 44 sum to 84. 44, fateful number in history. I think it's going to come back around on Kanye West. This Fox News article, which was written this morning, Kanye West still in hospital. What we know could be coincident, but they coded 44 right into those words. From his birthday to the date of this news is 166 days, still in the hospital. The update, Secret Society 166. Today's date has the 68 numerology. You know, before today, we weren't quite sure what was going on. We heard he went to the hospital. We hadn't really gotten the update. Today's the update. And here's why we're getting it today. Today has the 68 numerology. Again, UCLA Medical Center equals 68. Like Kanye West's date of birth. It's also a date with 41 numerology. Kardashian 41, 41 the 13th prime, West 13. It's also a date with 48 numerology, hoax, propaganda, Hollywood, Illuminati, evil, all gematria 48. From his birthday to today, 167 days, that's the 39th prime number. 39th prime. You know what, Truth Seeker? Let's rewind. I made a little mistake here. This distance count is not till today, the update. This is the date count from his birthday to the news of him being in the hospital. My mistake. So that's how they did it. From the news of him being in the hospital to his birthday was 166 days, like Secret Society. Also, span of 167 days, the 39th prime. He's currently 39 years old. They had to keep him safe there. He was a threat to himself at first. They said he was acting, bizarre. Security, 39. Gematria on Martin Luther King Jr., Malcolm X. Fateful number in Black History, 93. Number for Saturn, Keeper of Time. Time, 144. Numbers connected to the deaths of both of these men, and many more. The College Dropout, his first studio album, came out in February, Black History Month. This number, Kanye, or this headline right here, Kanye West still in hospital. It has the gematria you see on the screen. If you want to do some homework and figure out something that I should have by now more about, research this number 318. It's important. It's in the Bible. When you divide 22 by 7, you get the number for pi. Having to do with cycles and circles. If you divide 7 by 22, you get 0.318. And seemingly, this number also has to do with circles, 318. So it has to do with cycles as well. I don't think it's an accident that they coded this in here. Kanye West, someone that they loop through the media with ongoing propaganda. One of those people that controls the buzz in society. People are always interested in the news with Kanye West. As I decoded these stories over time, some sources said he was first put in the hospital November 20th. Others said November 21st. So some inconsistencies there. But I think it was November 20th because that was the day he had the meltdown where supposedly he was taken to the hospital. So I don't know where the layover would have been between, you know what I mean? He's currently on the St. Pablo tour. Saint has to do with the Catholic Church, the Jesuits, Jesuit 84. Again, the college dropout 84, the divisors of 84, some to 44. In the history of the Catholic Church, there was the 33-day Pope. The 33-day Pope. He died the day after the Jesuit order's birthday on a date with 44 numerology. And what people suspect killed him was arsenic, the 33rd element on the periodic table. Arsenic in gematria sums to 33. So let's talk about the death of his mother in 33 right now. His mother was Donda West. She died in 2007. Kanye was age 30. The age Jesus began his ministry at. Jesus walks, Kanye West. Donda West, Kanye West, both 33. Kanye West has been used in the race war. Remember how Rodney King was beat on 3-3 by the LAPD? LAPD 33, Police 33. March 3rd, the 62nd day of the year, Mason 62. She was born in Oklahoma City, died in California. Her date of birth, date with a life lesson number of 42. Birth numerology of 33. Birth numerology is 68 as well. Her son born on June 8th. The date she died, November 10th, 2007. They're saying Kanye's upset because Kim left him for New York, and also because the anniversary of his mother's death. They're saying that's part of what his breakdown was. She died on a date with 30 numerology when Kanye West was 30 years old. The name Jenner equals 30, you know, Jenner, Kardashians. A lot of ritual sacrifice in the history of those families. She was 58 at the time of her death. Freemasonry 58, Secret Society 58. The day she died, November 10th, that's the 314th day of the year. Pi equals 3.14. If you divide 22 by 7, you get 3.14, the number for pi. If you write out 22 divided by 7 as words, it sums to 314. From her own birthday to her death was 121 days. Number of revelation. Kanye just had his rant in Sacramento on the 121st meridian. Notice it's also the day that leaves 51 days left in the year. Conspiracy 51. Kanye West equals 51 with the K and S exception. From her birthday to her death was 121 days later, or a span of 122 days. BPP for Black Panther Party, 122. She was born in the year 49 as well. Revelation, the small way is 49, the big way 121. You know? From Kanye West's birthday to her death, he was born in 77. She died in 2007. I don't know why I wrote 2010 on here. It doesn't make any difference. It'd be the same in any year. Anyway, from his birthday, June 8th, to her death, November 10th, span of 156 days. When you write out 33, it sums to 156. Kanye West, his mother, 33. There's only one day on the calendar year where if you write it out as words, it sums to 156, and it's February 2nd, the 33rd day of the year. The number 911 is the 156th prime number. 33, 156, 911 often come together. Remember, to connect to the police, you dial 911. Police equals 33, just like LAPD. Like March 3rd, the day Rodney King was beat. Rodney King equals 59, supposedly born on April 2nd, 4-2. Look at this reporting right here. Look at how they do this. Here's the article. They could mention his age anywhere. They could mention it anywhere, but they do it just like this, TMZ. As West, 39, the hospital last week, Kris Jenner, Kourtney Kardashian, and Khloe Kardashian attended the Angel Ball in New York City, where Kim Kardashian was rumored to be set to make an appearance, but she quickly flew back to Los Angeles when news broke out about West's condition. So notice, they mentioned 39 in the same paragraph talking about them going back to New York. Everything in New York is coded 39. New York was established July 26, 1788. That's a date with 39 numerology. The United Nations there is 39 floors tall. New York's 39. It's the Empire State, Empire 39. Madison Square Garden 39. The name Madison's 39. NY 39. Kanye at 39. His family's going to New York. This is what I mean. This is how I figured out how this gang operates. These people are so obsessed with coding this way. 39 books in the Old Testament. Jewish Zionists running your media, running your celebrities, doing it all by the numbers. They bring up John Legend. I noticed John Legend's been making the rounds. He's all over TV these days. Is he getting promoted in the world? Is he going to be something bigger, John Legend? Both the word John and Legend sum to 47. Special number to the Freemasons. Look up Euclid's 47th problem. They also mentioned that they were going to the Angel Ball, Angel 39. Instead of being in Los Angeles, the city named after angels, L-A. L's the 12th letter, A's the first. 12-1, 121, Revelation. New York's date of establishment, 7 plus 26 is 33, plus 88 is 121. Fair way to do the date. 7 plus 26 plus 88, 121. Angel Ball also has gematria of 66, reminding of Revelation, the 66th book of the Bible, based on the 39 books of the Old Testament. New York's the 11th state. When you sum 1 through 11, it totals 66. By the way, the name Kim equals 33. K's the 11th letter, her KK initials. Kim 33, Kanye West 33. Remember, it was October 3rd in France. It was October 2nd in the United States of America, where there was the incident where Kanye had to go off stage, cut the concert short because they made it seem like it was an emergency. Then they said it was that Kim had been robbed of $10 million at gunpoint in jewelry. Show you something special about that name, Kim Kardashian. It sums to 119, like Star of David, like All-Seeing Eye, like Master Plan. Name connects to Paris, France, connects to Kanye. These celebrities, it's like ritual marriage, you know. Chosen by the numbers, destiny, breeding, crossing genes, doing something. It was October 2nd, 2016 in the United States when Kanye had to go off stage. It was a date with 48 numerology, number we've been talking about, number of propaganda, hoax, Illuminati. Some other reminders about Kanye West this year. At the beginning of the year, his album came out and he got into some rivalry with Taylor Swift, who's, you know, both of these people are really mediocre talent musicians. You know, we're in the age of mediocrity. I documented then that they had him in the 71 shirt. 71, when you write it out, sums to 144. Big news today, the plane crash in South America. They're saying 71 people dead. It's a tribute to the anniversary of the rugby South America team crash in the Andes Mountains, 1972, 44 years ago. That lasted 71 days. When you write out 44 and 71, the only two numbers that sum to 144, I guarantee you they had Kanye West dressed up in that 71. Catholic 71, Jesuits, the Masonic order within the Catholic Church. Kanye's album, though, this year, it came out on February 11th, which is the 42nd day of the year, number stamped on black people. Want to look up something funny? Look up Alex Jones. Alex Jones in gematria sums to 33 and 42, just like Kanye West. InfoWars equals 42, just like Freemason, like World War, like war. Supposedly, Alex Jones turned 42 last year on the 42nd day of the year. Matching his name, matching InfoWars. Alex Jones is another owned entity by the gang. This gang owns a lot of things. They are working to control the mind's eye of the masses, and they do it in a lot of ways. Football this year, DeAndre Hopkins for the Texans, who will be hosting the Super Bowl. Houston Texans equals 51, like conspiracy, like Kanye West with the exceptions. They're hosting Super Bowl 51. DeAndre Hopkins was fined for wearing Yeezy cleats this year. That was on September 15, 2016, a date with a life lesson number 33, Kanye West 33, DeAndre 33. Fined Hopkins 38. You know, what's the message in stories like this? You know, whenever they put this out in the national news, why do they really want people to know about this? Why do they want you to know that an athlete was wearing somebody else's cleats? They got fined. What's it all about? They're putting these names out there, these concepts, these ideas. It's all programming. And if you document, as I do, you'll find out over time they were dropping clues for other events to come. You know, this foreshadowed something negative for Kanye West. Now here he is having a negative story. If I would have showed you more of the article written today, the Kardashians were saying he might be in the hospital for a while. He might not be coming out anytime soon. But then again, we saw this with Lamar Odom. You know, at first they made it seem like he died, then he was never going to be the same, and then just days later he was his normal old self. Yeezy cleats and gematria sums to 47. Hopkins with the S exception, 47. Number of the Freemasons, number of foundation building. Kanye West this year on April 16th, which is typically the 106th day of the year, number of prophecy, like the hospital where he had his through-the-wire thing. He went to Coachella this year, which is in Indio, California, on the 33rd parallel. Look at all the 33 here. Indio, 33, Coachella, 33, Concert, 33, Kanye West, 33. The story was that he went on stage, but they killed his mic so nobody could even hear him. You know, what are they trying to say here? They're muting Kanye. You know, Kanye's time's coming up. I think that's what they're trying to say. Or this happened on April 15th this year. It was a leap year, so it was the 106th day of the year. Day it transpired. 106, that number of prophecy. Typically, April 15th is the 105th day of the year. His mother's name in simple English gematria sums to 105. So does the word Zionism. So does Masonry. Let's close out by just listening to a little more in a minute of this clip. I will link the whole thing down there in case you haven't watched it. You can watch it all. We'll listen to a minute, hear what he's saying, and listen to how the crowd's getting upset.
Just to win. Fuck winning. Fuck looking cool. Fuck looking cool. Fuck being cool. Fuck all that, bruh. I've been sitting here to give y'all my truth, even at the risk of my own life, even at the risk of my own success.
So look, he's saying, at the risk of my own life, he's telling that to the audience. He's planting seeds. Tupac Shakur, on All Eyes on Me, several times in the album he talks about, you know, how he could be gone, he could be dead, what to do if he's dead and gone, listen to this song, Think of Me, you know. The album before that, Me Against the World. He's got Shed So Many Tears. In his lyrics, he's talking about how he has to embrace an early death. I mean, in Tupac's lyrics, the whole thing is foretold. This is the same kind of stuff. This is history repeating itself. This is the way the gang works. They plant seeds. They let you know what's coming. Kanye West. He might be dead by the age 44 or sooner. He's 39 right now.
My own career. I've been sitting here to give y'all the truth. Jay-Z called me, bro. You still ain't called me. Jay-Z called me. Hey, bro. Jay-Z.
So he's going after Jay-Z. Listen to what he says. Again, Jay-Z is who supposedly made Kanye West in the industry. In reality, they're all born into it. And then we get the false narrative, the false understanding in the mainstream of how it all comes about. But here we go.
I know
I mean, just think about what a show this is. I mean, this is why it's obviously not real, you know? He's saying Jay-Z's got killers, but call me, talk to me like a man. Well, why doesn't he just do that? Why is he doing this at a show in front of everybody? You know, creating all this viral news. This is the show. This is how they do it. This is how they sell more records, sell more concert tickets.
I'm not trying to be the man. I just am a man. The same as everybody here. I ain't above, below, none of y'all. We all
As above, so below. Important Masonic motto.
equal. We all equal. These is the vibes, bro. This is the future. This is the way of thinking to make America great again. Like that. Guess what? Guess what? Y'all need the vibes. I was hurt. Feelings matter, bro. The way motherfuckers put money up so high. Popularity. Radio spins. Feelings matter, bro. Feelings matter, bro. It's a new world, Hillary Clinton. It's a new world. Feelings matter. Because guess what? Everybody in middle America felt away, and they showed you how they felt. Feelings matter, bro. It's a new world. It's a new world, Barack. It's a new world, Jay-Z. Hey, don't send killers at my head, bro. This ain't the Malcolm X movie. We growing from that moment.
And you see how he references the Malcolm X movie? If you've never seen my work decoding the Malcolm X movie, that movie was put out by the numbers. You know, it's not really a Spike Lee production. Spike Lee's a puppet to this gang.
Let Ye be Ye. Oh, wait a second. Do y'all agree with that? Let Ye be Ye. Wait a second. I ain't hearing no screams on that. Let Ye be Ye. People, I'm not saying this out of my own well-being, because it wouldn't be smart out of my own well-being to say things like this. Radio, I done talked to you a bunch of motherfucking times. Y'all motherfuckers is behind the times. Because guess what? This St. Pablo tour is the most relevant shit happening.
All right, so anyway, I'll link this entire video if you want to watch it all. There's a whole lot more to it. It's near the end, but after he gets done, he just leaves the show. And then there's all sorts of videos on the internet about his fans after the show, how unhappy they are that they paid all this money to see him and hardly got a performance. So we covered it all. Sorry about that one little mistake where I was, you know, talking about the dates, but didn't have it quite right for a moment. Sometimes it's challenging to keep all the information perfectly straight when you're presenting, but I hope I got it all to you clearly enough. You know, down in the description, again, learn how to gematria. You can do this decoding work yourself. Histories, mysteries with celebrities, they're all this way. Murder by Numbers. Listen to that song by The Police from 1983, Murder by Numbers. It's as easy to learn as your ABCs. Listen to Michael Jackson's Jackson 5 song, ABC 1, 2, 3. These musicians know about gematria. That's why Prince had I Would Die For You, then dies on 4/21 by the numbers. Till next time, True Seekers.